An audit will now be undertaken into the multi-million rand Alexandra renewal project. That's after persistent unrest in the embattled township since Wednesday last week. Residents took to the streets calling for an end to the lack of service delivery, such as problems with housing. They also want the eradication of the mushrooming of illegal shacks. Makhura met with the shutdown committee today. Residents have been calling on government to respond to their grievances. Among the issues that they are complaining about include the mushrooming of shacks and illegal structures in the area. Another bone of contention is the 1.3 billion rand Alexandra renewal project that was meant to actually benefit the residents. Well, let's get a bit more on that today. Our reporter, Maageketla Mohlabe, spent the day there today. Maageketla, good evening to you. You actually had a little bit of a spot of bother, let's call it that. So let's just have a look at that. This is what happened earlier today when you were actually reporting on that situation in Alexandra. As I was saying, we're going to watch that clip in just a moment at the start, but someone comes up to you and starts to confront you.
Of course, this happened during the live crossing for the morning live program. I think it was just around 8, somewhere there. Yeah, so what happened is that the gentleman just came through, and of course he came in between myself as well as the camera, and he kept on saying that, "You're lying, I'm gonna beat you up." And of course, he comes through to handle me with...
In fact, here we are. Here's the incident. This is what happens today. I mean, I don't know how you feel watching it again and again, but it's quite a moment. That's your cameraman who got in the way for you, right?
Camera person, Stelo Kanula, trying to contain the situation. As you can see, the gentleman keeps coming to confront me. And of course, at that time, I'm trying to keep on reporting on the update and saying that the situation is calm in Alex. Well, but seeing this, it wasn't that calm, I have to say. So he's actually keeping on interrupting. But eventually, police came through after we took the transmission back into studio. Police came through to take him away from the cameras. And what we heard from the police is that there was an incident earlier on involving the same guy, and they said that he allegedly marked an elderly person on London Road, because that's where we were. And he looked intoxicated. I don't know from what, but to us, he looked intoxicated, and I think that's what pushed him to that level.
It's quite something to see, and I mean, for you, it must have been quite an experience. Okay, the visit today by the Gauteng Premier, David Makhura, what was he saying to residents there? We've had various demands from them. They wanted the Joburg Mayor, Herman Mashaba, of course, is from the DA. David Makhura, the Premier of Gauteng, is from the ANC. What was his message to residents?
Well, essentially, when he arrived there, of course, they had a behind closed doors meeting with the Alexandra shutdown committee, but a few minutes later, then they came to brief the media. And what he told us as reporters there from different organizations, media organizations, he said that he acknowledges those problems, those challenges that they're experiencing, the illegal mushrooming of shacks, land invasion in Alex, and of course the issue of service delivery that's been persisting for many, many years, as you have seen with our reporting in the previous days. So what he says is that these issues need to be resolved by the provincial government, of course, as well as the local government. And of course, he mentioned the office of Herman Mashaba. By the way, this memorandum is in David Makhura's hands. It was supposed to be in Herman Mashaba's hands. As you would remember, yesterday, they marched from Alex to Sandton, going to hand over that particular memorandum. And of course, when they arrived there, they said that they wanted Herman Mashaba himself to come and receive the memorandum. But he wasn't there. Ironically, he was in Vlakfontein, handing out houses, stands. And I think that's one thing that actually made the residents angry, because he's handing over houses, stands, whereas the same situation applies to the residents of Alex. So this is one of the issues that they've been saying. They feel that they have been ignored for so long that Herman Mashaba doesn't seem to be taking them seriously.
Are we expecting more protests tomorrow?
Well, we can't rule that out, because according to them, they are saying that picket will continue in the streets of Alex. But going there in the morning, we didn't really spot any grouping protesting in the street. What we spotted, of course, is the picket up people taking or removing the rubble from the road. Of course, cars were still trying to maneuver their way through the roads that were still that we saw a lot of rocks in them. So, but at this stage, I can tell you that they are saying that they will still carry on with the picketing because they feel that perhaps Thursday, when the president comes through, then things will be resolved. But according to them, if things aren't resolved, if they aren't satisfied with that, what the president will be saying, then it's back to square one, and they are saying it's going to be worse this time around.
Maageketla Mohlabe, I hope you have a more peaceful day tomorrow. Thank you very much indeed. Maageketla has a lot more for you.